because there are many, many routes up the mountain. And the interesting thing is they all lead to the top. There is a pathway, however, that's particularly of interest to me because it takes my yearning to serve and to relieve suffering, and it makes the actions I perform towards that end the very stuff of my inner work. It's called the path of action, or in Eastern way, it's called karma yoga.
The path of action is familiar to people from many religious traditions. Brother David Stendhal-Rost, a Benedictine monk, explains it in Christian terms.
Most people think of contemplation as somehow, well, the image is going up onto the mountain and exposing yourself to the vision. Now, contemplation in action stresses that in the very process of acting, you get the vision.
That's what I'm interested in.
That you find the divine in the acting.
Yeah.
And that is experiencing the divine spirit as flowing through you and animating the action. See? So where you find the divine when you practice contemplation in action is in the very love that you put into your action, in the very care with which you perform your action. I've often talked with people who so obviously were so dedicated to their work and to their service, and were doing this all the time, and then would say to me, look, we are working all these hours with the sick or with the dying or with the children and something like that. We don't even have time for prayer. And I would say, well, you don't have any time for distractions, but what you're doing is prayer all the time.
Well, David is referring to these two ways of looking at the inner and the outer. One is where you pull back to do the inner, go up the mountain, and then you come back with that kind of equanimity and wisdom and love and presence, and then you work out in the world. And then the second one is the contemplation in action, where the very doing of the act keeps bringing you closer inwardly at the same moment you're doing the outer work. It's like a self-sharpening tool, because as you serve somebody and you do it in a way that is a process of working on yourself, you become clearer and quieter and more present and able to listen more deeply. And as you're able to do all that, you're able to serve better.